So now what? Well, after laws are passed and budgets are set, someone has to deliver them. That's where two key players come in: the civil service and local authorities. The civil service, like we said before, are professionals hired on merit and not by an MP. They're in departments like education, health and transport, writing out the fine print and designing the systems. They decide how those policies happen. Local authorities are partly funded by local taxes, like council tax, and partly by central government. They deliver services like housing, bin collections, planning social care, and a lot more. They're run by elected councillors with advice from unelected professionals. Most stand as members of political parties, just like MPs. So where do people like me and you come in? Politics might look complex from the outside, but the behaviour of political actors is often very simple. From party leaders to local councillors, they are all driven by one thing: self-preservation. Parties want to stay in power, MPs want to keep their seats, and councillors want to avoid local backlash. That makes their actions predictable. They react to anything that threatens their reputation, their vote share, or their chances of holding on to their position. So that's where we come in. We have two tools that can trigger that response. One, you can vote. Voting is the most direct way to change who holds power, and how you vote and how many people vote like you determines how much freedom those in power actually have. A small majority limits what they can get away with, as any MP going against the party unity can block a bill. A minority forces them to compromise. That's why tactical voting matters. If you want to stop a particular party, you might vote for the strongest alternative, even if it's not your first choice. Or if your preferred party is guaranteed to win, you might vote for a smaller party you actually believe in to send a message. And in local elections, where turnout is often below 30%, a small group of voters can swing entire councils. And two, you can influence others. You only get one vote, but if you can change how other people vote, you can make a much bigger impact. Parties and politicians pay close attention to public mood. If they see that a campaign or news story is shifting votes, even slightly, they can react fast. Not because they've had a change of heart, but because they can't afford not to. If they sense that staying silent or backing the wrong side will lose them votes, they'll adapt. The more visible and organized the pressure, the more likely it is to force action. At the end of the day, politics only has two levers: money and rules. That's how it shapes our lives. You can't pull those levers directly, but you can influence the people who do. You do that by voting and influencing others to vote, because parties, MPs and councillors need your vote to survive.